Xi Jinping came to America and brought with him his Trojan horse. He succeeded in controlling the hearts and minds of so many young Americans. But if you get your news from TikTok, you would have absolutely no idea. Elbridge Colby's here, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Strategy and Force Development, and noted China hawk. I think that's a fair description. Good to see you, sir. Look, we're going to get to the idea of disinformation, misinformation, because I was told back in the day that was really bad. Now nobody seems to care. But let's deal with Xi's visit right now. Coincidence that Xi comes to America and all these people find a letter that's 20 years old?
Look, if it's controlled by the Chinese and the Chinese military and they have Communist Party members on their board, I think I would not be surprised if it was intentional. And there was a lot that's been orchestrated about the Chinese visit. They exhaustively negotiated every piece of it. So I think it's a fair hypothesis.
All right. Interestingly enough, the White House saw fit to respond to what's going on TikTok all of a sudden. I'll put up the White House response. Interestingly enough, in the entire White House response, they do not mention the word TikTok once. They don't call out the Chinese. They don't call out the Chinese algorithm. Oftentimes, as you know, in these meetings, it's what you don't say versus what you do. Planned Taiwan invasion, intercepting of U.S. ships, illegal police officers in the United States, spy base in Cuba, obviously TikTok, the spy balloon, the COVID cover-up, spying on U.S. ports with Ukraine technology. I didn't hear President Biden mention that one of those things came up and that he demanded the Chinese stop.
No, I don't think so. I think he raised some of the issues, but I definitely don't think he made them forcefully. And I think, actually, if anyone made a forceful point, it was probably Xi Jinping. I was struck. The administration went into the meeting openly saying to three senior administration officials said to friendly reporters that their goal was to steady the relationship because of what's going on in Ukraine, Israel, and their re-election campaign. Apparently what Xi Jinping said in response in a private meeting, according to an administration official, was we need to have peace in the Taiwan Strait. And Xi Jinping said, peace is all well and good, but this issue needs to be resolved, or something to that effect. So I actually don't think that Xi Jinping was necessarily all that friendly or necessarily even that deceptive. Perhaps in the speech to American business leaders later that evening. But actually, I think, you look at the body language of Tony Blinken, for instance, there's some stuff
It's
on
funny,
Twitter
it's amazing that you brought that up, because that's where we're going. Because there was that moment in the press conference. Obviously, Xi Jinping doesn't do press conferences.
Right.
But President Biden did, about 20 or 30 minutes. And he was asked what clearly was a question that caught him a little off guard. And to his credit, he gave an honest answer when he said, do you still believe that Xi Jinping is a dictator? That's something that President Biden had said before. Take a listen to Biden's answer, and to your point, watch Tony Blinken more importantly.
He's a dictator in the sense that he is a guy who runs a country that is a communist country that is based on a form of government totally different than ours.
What is wrong with telling the truth?
Well, look, actually, my view is speak softly and carry a big stick. What I don't really get in this situation is how is it their plan to basically get, tied down in Europe and the Middle East, ask the Chinese to help them out, and then, plaintively say, let's study the relationship, inadequately prepare our military posture and otherwise in the Pacific, and then talk smack. So I believe in telling the truth. I don't believe in telling a lie, but you don't always need to say it directly. And I actually am perplexed. I mean, they've gone through all these cartwheels and these
cartwheels to get this meeting,
and begging, and then the guy says he's a dictator and kind of blows the whole thing. And if you're going to talk smack, you better be ready to back it up, and we're not. And that's what I really don't understand.
And it seems as though the Chinese know we're not.
And I think that's what really worries me, Leland, is you saw some of the pictures of them walking, and Xi Jinping got a look at President Biden. I don't want to be uncharitable, but the man isn't what he was 20 years ago.
Well, it's certainly not what Xi Jinping knew when he met Biden as vice president.
Exactly.
Bridge, it's good to see you as always.
Great to see you.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
All right, we invite you to sign up for War Notes. There is a Cold War with China. We hope it doesn't turn into a hot war. Gives you a free look at the show every day at 4 p.m. So you go to readwarnotes.com and subscribe. The notes started as our internal email discussion about the most important stories of the day. It's literally how we put the show together every day. Our internal discussions, our thoughts about the most important things, most important tweets. Some of Bridges' commentary often makes it in there. You get to be a part of it. You can respond to the email with your thoughts or join us on social media at Leland Vittert on Instagram or Twitter. That's readwarnotes.com, and you can subscribe for free. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.